And we're back.
And welcome back.
What are you whispering?
I don't know. Trying to do an evil voice. Like,
You sound like you're doing like the voiceover for like a murder mystery thing.
welcome back to the dungeon. Just when you thought it was safe to listen to a podcast again.
Like the true crime YouTube videos. Like
Ciaran Franco's done it again.
I could see you doing that.
My flatmate used to call me the Jesmond Strangler.
The what?
The Jesmond Strangler, the area we were in, because during lockdown, like, I used to get really like...
You went around strangling.
Yeah,
fucking
I can see you
lone
narrating your own murder documentary. Like,
just when you thought, because like you just get really bored during lockdown, especially the winter one. So it'd be like 10 o'clock at night, and I'd be like, right, I need to do something. He'd be like, where are you going? I'd be like, out of
walkers.
walk.
Out strangling.
but I'd be putting on all black and putting on gloves and all. He'd be like, where are you going? And I was like, just a walk. And it would come up, you know, like, missing student in Jesmond area. And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know.
You know how it is. You get a wee bit bored. You go, just go off and abduct people. Like,
was either that there, sit in the house and drink 10 cans of Heineken.
well, I know what I'd rather do. Like,
Strangling people.
is that why you've got a load of bleach in your boot, even though you don't drive?
That's why I had a load of firelighters now.
You do look like one of those people like Ted Bundy, where it's like, we didn't think he'd be a killer. He wore nice rings and had nice eyebrows.
Yeah. You know, a community shocked and sad.
14 dead, Peter Giffen, UTV Live, Londonderry.
Mr. Franco was last seen boarding a bus to Derry. His mother said, we just didn't expect it from him, even though he kicked the dog to death as a child.
Anyway, welcome back.
I don't. Yeah, we need to stop
What
doing
was
these.
that?
We need to stop doing these on Sunday mornings when everyone's fucking hungover. Like, Jesus Christ.
My head's up my hole here today, boys.
Yeah, he picked me up from Boojum earlier on.
I'm not hungover, but I feel hungover.
Yeah.
You feel hungover? Just
I feel
by looking at
hungover
me?
just being in this environment. Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I'm down, boys.
It took so long for me to get here as well. The traffic getting into Belfast was nuts. I was like crawling in first gear. It was so bad that I actually took my phone out and started watching the United match.
Is it fuck?
I was watching the match on a motorway. That's how slow it was going. Like,
Was it an accident?
no, they just had like, you know, the 3 lanes coming in. They just had 2 of them closed.
Bastards.
Sure, here, why would you need them open? You know what I mean? Lads?
I know,
Fuck's
guys.
sake.
Fuck's sake.
What about
Sean's fresh, and we're both rough enough today.
Fresher than what it was when I first woke up.
You sent me a message last night at like 2 being like, hey boy, I'm going to be in some next for his podcast.
I just wanted to put the admin out
You clocked out 24 hours before your shift. You're like, boys, I'm not going to make it.
You know what you love? The cry
here we
laughing
go.
emoji.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you love that emoji. Like,
I'm a big emoji guy.
Yeah,
I do
I
like
think you really
emojis.
hold it back around us. You like
Yeah.
try not to get all your emojis out there. Like,
Yeah.
Get all your emojis out on the table.
Yeah.
show me your
'Cause
emoji.
that's what I mean. I put room 102. I put GIFs in.
Yeah, like a GIF as
similar
well.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Although sometimes you send a GIF and I'm like, what does he mean by that? Like,
that's what you have paranoid anxiety.
yeah. What do you mean by that?
It says LOL and he's all, what does it mean?
Yeah,
What does it mean?
cancelled.
we got lots of love or lots of laughs. Oh, you meant to know.
I said you one bit, are we all good for tonight? And you sent me a GIF of someone like diving off a dive board and I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
We're going to dive into it.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the conscience of a serial killer. He goes out
Yeah.
killing people.
Yeah.
Right?
that's the
Fucking
conscience of the Jesmond Strangler.
legit. So how was everyone's week?
Lovely, yeah.
Lovely time, yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
What did you get up to?
Gigging?
gigging, yeah. Gig most days last week, and then at the American Bar on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I had Yo's magazines on Thursday, and then I had Lock of Laughs on Friday down in Warren Point, which, by the way, Warren Point is one of the nicest
Point
places I've ever been.
The spot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like you said, it was a like really nice spot, but when I got down there, I was like, holy fuck, this is like.
Would you consider, how far Warren Point
Warren
from you?
Point's
About
like the-
15 minutes?
Next town over for me, yeah, 15 minutes. Like,
Yeah, okay.
if you live on the far side and you're, it's 5 minutes down the road. Like,
So if you're near based, obviously, would you have gone out in Warren Point and all that carry on?
yeah, sometimes. So like, it's like a wee. For anyone who doesn't know, Warren Point's like a wee like kind of like a seaside town sort of thing.
definitely
But
tourist.
like, it's so quiet. You'd have like nobody going on holidays there. It's quite a
Yeah.
well off area. Like, but they would always throw on like they have like the Blues Festival, which is like a jazz festival there.
Yes, I've heard of that before.
Lethal, and then they do like a couple of hour festival things, and it's just see when they run them wee events, it's fucking pumping like it's class.
Yeah.
But the actual nights out, and you wouldn't go there on the weekend for some weird reason. It's just sort of
It's not really the sort of place you go out for like pubs and clubs and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's weird, like, but yeah, nice wee spot. And then we're in. Where was the bar?
Lock and Key?
Lock and Key, yeah, Lock and Key in Warren Point. So
That's a good name for a pub.
yeah,
Yeah.
I pulled up right, and shit you not, there was a fucking massive cruise ship just leaving Warren Point.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I was like, Warren Point evolved in the 6 months since I've left.
Going over the
All the
raft.
grannies were going like that
Yeah.
there, like waving it. No, it was
Titanic.
like most
Yeah.
exciting
People
thing
shaking
at
a
Warren Point.
hanky.
Yeah.
Think of the 1912.
Someone busted a bottle of champagne in the back of it.
It was the most
Bottle of
exciting
glass.
thing that Warren Point's ever seen. Like,
It was absolute because I looked, and in my story on my Instagram, I was like, Jesus, I was like videoing it going in, looked over to like the pier that goes right out to the water, and it was, you couldn't move on it. It was random. There's been about 500 to like 800 people out waving at this boat.
Couldn't swirl a brandy ball in your mouth.
Yeah.
The actual bar as well where the gig was in. We walked in and I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" Because everyone was having dinner, and I went to the guy. I was like, "What's crack, mate? Where the comedians go?" And he just pointed to the stage, and went up, "Armit," and I went,
Nobody wants to fucking laugh when your mouth full of spuds, like.
Yeah, like while I was serving, someone was getting garlic bread. I was serving while I was gigging. Someone was while I was trying to, I put on the uniform and started having small plates. Who ordered the garlic bread?
You didn't like that first fight, but you love this garlic bread.
And like my closer, like there was a limiter on the mic. So my closer, you know, I play the voice note.
So like, a limiter is basically like whenever you go too loud on a microphone, it just cuts all noise.
Okay. I think they do that in Chicken Box.
They do.
On the audience, I think there's a limiter on their microphones.
So that's why you can never hear the rupturous laughter. It just cuts out. Dead silence after
Is that the audience? Like in the audience?
No.
She's like, "Have you got a fucking limiter on you or something?"
Because I was watching. He's got a fucking limiter. What the fucking crack here?
I'm making jokes, laugh boy.
I'm doing the fucking funnies here.
I'm doing the best I can.
No, because I do a bit where I get the audience to like cheer, and then when I was watching it back, you couldn't hear anything. I was all, "Wait a minute, I'm being duped here." Their microphones aren't turned on, the bastards.
You're sitting me like, "What's going on? What's the crack?"
Go on, what we said. You were playing the voice note.
Oh no! So play the voice, but it didn't work, and everyone just went, "What?"
So you couldn't hear the voice note that you
It was
played?
a really, really good gig right up until that. I was like, "Oh fuck. Yeah." So right, well, I'm Ciaran Franco. You've been lovely.
It was better watching from the back of the room because you could see it processing your face what was happening. Like,
It's funny for you because you know what was meant to happen.
I just know what was meant to happen. Kieran standing there with the microphone like here and the phone playing into it and being like, your eyes were just frantically moving in between, being like, "Have I gone deaf? Can anyone ask you this? What the fuck is happening?"
And you're not good at playing it off when you're like nervous.
anxious,
Like,
and then you just re-describe like basically what happened. Mickey Mouse up the rat, and then just
So I got a laugh from that. Like, but then it was just like that normally closes quite well. So it was kind of like because it was a really, really fun gig up until then, and then it was kind of like
I guess one thing you're very good at, if something doesn't go right on stage, you're very good at.
going shit.
It doesn't look like it fazed you. The audience would notice it. You'd probably crumble more.
Yeah. I was like,
You'd swear you drove into the bar with your full beams on. I'm just like,
like as well. The mic. Anytime the mic cut out, I was like, but it was good fun. I love
because
it.
your woman made me go up. It was a good gig, but it was just one of them funny gigs. Like, because your woman that was running it was like, the woman was like, "Has there been a mic check, sound check, and all done?" She goes, "Oh, I'll go up and do that now." She goes, "Well, why don't you just come up with me? Because I hate going up there." And I was like,
"Are you running the gig?" Like,
I was like, "I'll go up with you then." And then I was like, "Right, I'll bring Diona on." You being like, "Right." I was like, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that limiter thing kept happening. We kept cutting, and everyone was like, "What the fuck is happening here?" And then I was like, "Right, Diona, come on ahead. That's you, love. MC for the night."
The first 10 minutes when she was MCing as well, like there were just guys in the back of the room making cocktails, like shaking the fucking cocktail shakers and all. Thankfully that kind of went away, and then maybe the last 10 minutes Kieran Bartlett set like a 60th birthday party came down, and they were all just chatting at the bar.
Jesus Christ.
And you were just like, you know, fuck off, you know.
But see all the people that were like in the audience right up the front for the comedy, absolute, you can come down and gig they ever want. They were really good audience. Like, paid attention to everyone, loved it. And then the people that came in and were making noise at the bar, they were turning around and be like, "Shh, shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
they were the perfect audience, like, they were class.
Oh, that's right. There was like a kid who definitely wasn't 18, he was like 14, just sat there. And I was like, "Anyone on a hinge?" And I went, "Oh, me." That was great.
To catch a predator. I had a good week. I had Monday was the Pavilion, headlined it, which feels like fucking weeks ago now. What else did I do? Yo Magazine was Thursday, and then the night these were in Worm Point, I was in Dundrum for Jack McGee's gig. It was good crack. It was outside in like a big sort of garden smoking area sort of thing.
I didn't realise that bar's like proper fancy as well, or like it's like a really famous Airbnb, so it is.
Yeah, it's a good bar, like it's class. Like afterwards we were playing like pool and darts and all for ages.
I didn't realise Dundrum was so far to Belfast. Like it's like 45 minutes,
45 minutes like,
down the road, because I was in Newcastle yesterday and then was driving back up that way to come to Belfast, and 5 minutes out of Newcastle, next turn over to Dundrum, I was like, wait a second. I was like, this isn't where I thought it was at all.
After the gig I was playing pool and all, and I fucking started playing these two hustlers by.
Serious? Well, they were like, "Oh, pretend to lose," and then
the hustler got hustled.
No, I hustled them, the pricks. It was a man. It was a husband and wife, and they were about 60, right? Mm-hmm. And they were playing for ages. And me and Jack McGee were looking at the game, so I put a quid on the table. I said, "Oh, can we play next?" And so I was like, "Yeah." So it came to our turn, and then like, "Oh, me and Jack want to play." And so no, it's winner stays on. Oh, so one of us had to play them.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
To get the ownership of the table, right? So the husband was all, "Play her. She's really good." So I got to play his wife, and like all the cues were all knackered, and I picked up one of the cues, and it was like his cue, and he's all, "You picking up my cue?" And I was like, "Yeah."
God,
I was all, "Yeah, is that alright?" He's all, "No, go on, work away." And then anytime I went to use the chalk, she was all, "Did we say you could use our chalk?" And I was all,
fuck?
"No, alright." She's all, "No, I'm only messing," but like, fucking messing.
She wasn't messing. Yeah.
And then she like hit the ball, and like she actually was really good, but she hit the black before colour, and I was all, "Did that hit the black there?" And they just didn't acknowledge me. And like kept playing, and like some guy in the bar turned around me and was all,
Get these out, yeah.
And then like she took a shot and she like hit the cue ball with her cue by accident, and I was all like, and just like put it back and play it on.
No way.
I was like, these are fucking fly
Turn around
cunts.
and be you cheating bitch.
Nah, fucking beat her, man.
Yeah, you had her slapped.
And then I was playing some other guy, and then he was all, give me my cue back.
For fuck's sake.
And he was all, no, I'm only messing. I was like, these aren't fucking messing, he's doing my head in.
Fuck, I love that. Did I ever tell you the time where I was playing pool? That haven't told you this story. So I was playing, I just realized like, I was like, it's the most niche story ever, and one of these Sean stories. But anyway, whenever we were in Thailand, we were playing pool at one of the tables, just me and Austin, and there's no one else in this Irish bar, and the gentleman
Cultured man goes to Thailand.
The gentleman I am was beating Austin for fun. I mean, she couldn't pot.
Oh yeah, ruthless,
I was like, you gotta learn, right?
Take no prisoners.
And then this wee woman from behind the bar came out, a wee Thai woman that was working there, and she was like, I was going to do an accent there. I'm not
Was she a Thai woman?
But definitely.
You got us cancelled
right,
there.
Right, yeah, so she came out from behind the bar and she's like, I play now, and I was just like, yeah.
Please
and
do the accent.
And then she was like,
Yeah.
no. And she was like, yeah, I play now. And I was like, yeah. And then I went to walk away. She goes, oh no, can I play you? And like, she's like, I want to win for the girls. And I was like, all right, okay. So I was like fucking ruthless mode. Like I was like fucking breaking, like full on sweating, missed the ball. We cunt stepped up, cleared the table.
Seriously?
Yeah, this woman. And then I was like, right, play me again. Then and she goes, we'll play for money this time. And I was like, right, okay, fine. Played her for money. It was only the equivalent of like a $5 or whatever, but that's probably like 10,000 Thai baht, like, or something.
Yeah.
Played her.
Remortgaged her house.
Yeah, played her. She broke, cleared the table again. I was like, for fuck's sake, what the fuck is happening? And then her boyfriend came around then, and he was like, oh, can I play? I was like, right, you used to play each other. Go on ahead. He goes, no, I want to play you. I was like, fuck's sake.
Fucking hell.
So I played him as well. He was the exact same. Broke, cleared the table. I was like, this is a joke. What the fuck? Turns out your woman that was putting behind the bar is the Thai women champion for Ipol pool.
Jesus Christ, like.
And she just made an absolute cunt of me. Like, I was like,
Cue sports are massive in Asia, like.
Oh, I could not get over. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. Like, she was fucking ruthless. Like,
You think you're good, like, and then you play them.
yeah.
I thought you were going to say her boy came around and beat the bollocks out of you. Her boy was like, what are you doing playing pool in my boat? What are you doing? I don't know why she's from Belfast. Her boy who moved over for a Thai bride.
Why is he wearing a Linfield tracksuit?
What are you doing in my boat?
There was this fella in Lurgan, like, and I used to always. He was about. I think I was maybe only about 19. I was only about 18, 19. He was about like late 50s. One of these guys that goes out on his own, like to drink pints.
Yeah.
And do you know how much of a hustler he was? He used to go to bars and play pool, and in his breast pocket he had 3 darts.
What? Just in case? Yeah.
But the bar we were in didn't have a dartboard. And you're so why you got them out, mate? And like I used to play them for. We didn't play for money. We played for drinks.
What's he winner bits around in? Or, yeah.
But like he would win, and then it'd be double or quits.
Oh no.
Double or quits. But like I knew he was at it. But like there was a mutual respect because like, you could tell I was good, but I wasn't good enough to beat him. I actually learned quite a lot from our bouts.
From your bouts, your brawls,
and I came out as a better player. And I remember beating him once, and I was like, yes.
He's like double or quits. You're like, no, just kill him inside.
Like 40 quid down. Hugging him and all.
You're a role model for me.
Thank you, Sensei.
The fucking Karate Kid.
Chalk on.
There's a boy in Donegal. He's called the King of Donegal, Charlie, and he's the only man. He's like a wee character around the town we go to, and he's the only man in Dunfanaghy to get Dunfanaghy.
Right, okay.
That's the name of the town. Right. It's sound like saying what Fanny.
I've never heard it before. Dunfanaghy.
But he's the only guy to get retirement benefit and child benefit because he boxed someone when he was like 75 and not a kid.
Can I say something? What's that got to do with the pipe playing pool?
I know, I thought you were just talking about old boys and pubs.
You're just like, he hustled the dough. He hustled the super dough. Like,
he hustled his way under her pants. Because my dad would like, he's dead now actually, but he
your dad's not dead.
No, my dad's not dead. My dad's alive. Thank fuck. I'd be very poor if he But then he brought me into like this room, and we come here into the back room of this pub, and I was like, alright, I went to the back of this pub with this guy, and then the room was all dark, and I went, oh fuck, what's happening here? And he just flicked on the light, and in the back of this pub there's just a big oil painting of him like this.
Of your dad?
No, the old one. But not my dad.
It's an oil painting of the time when he made you in pool.
Yeah. But he's called like Charlie, king of the town. But yeah, I think he passed away recently, God love him.
God rest him, boy.
But sure, his child will be getting loads of benefits now.
Speaking of your mum and dad, what about them coming to the Yo Magazine gig?
I'm yet to see my parents since the Yo Magazine gig.
You have no idea how tempted I was just to get up and do 10 minutes of, well, Louise, what's the crack?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been funny, but you would have hated every second of it.
I came up there after the gig and I was like, oh, well, did you enjoy that? And she went, oh, yeah, I loved it. And then I was like, oh, fuck. So, for anyone listening at home, we ran a gig where we were on Yo Magazine, and my parents came to see me because they wanted to go to Speakeasy, but I wasn't fully focused on them coming for a full half an hour, so I would come to this instead. Really fun gig, but then I just kept looking down at my mum in the audience like this.
See, when you were on stage, I didn't look at you. I looked at your mum and dad's reaction the whole time.
How were they?
It was just fun. Your dad was just perplexed for a minute. What's he on about? That didn't happen. It's like, mate, they're jokes.
It's a joke. Yeah, no, none of this happened. Yeah, because she was like, "What do you mean I'll do a joke about having OCD?" And my mum was like, "But we did take you to the doctor for having OCD." I was like, I know you did, but it's a joke.
The best when I was all your dad, well, and he's all, well, good to see you with your trousers on.
Yeah,
and like, see, for people who didn't understand the context, when I stayed in your house, like the fucking fire alarms went off and he seen me in my boxers, like, people around were just like, is that his sugar daddy?
the guy who was doing the door for Yo Magazine was like, what the fuck's he on about? My dad came in.
That guy was a legend. Shout out, what do you call that guy?
Saul Duffin. Yeah.
Saul
is hopefully at the next Yo Magazine
hero
event is going to do 10 minutes.
I'd love to say that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
He looks like he could be in Red Dead Redemption. Like he looks
like Ringo Starr.
Yeah. Ringo Starr. Like
I said to him, I was like, you look like Ringo Starr since I last seen you. And he goes, I look like all the Beatles bucked and had a baby. Fair enough.
Don't be giving away his new material, fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's done a gig in Manchester before, so I think he's got stage time anyway. So he's not.
He told me some of the jokes, and not say his material, but he told me some of the jokes he did in Manchester, and I went, holy fuck.
But it's the way he told them as well. It's kind of like so casual, it works.
Yeah.
Speaking of parents come to gigs, my mum and dad's come to Speakeasy, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's night?
The Friday night, right?
Friday, okay.
But my mum, right, she just has no sense of humour whatsoever, and she doesn't mind me saying
I'm glad you invited her.
Yeah. She's very supportive, don't get me wrong, like, but she just doesn't understand comedy like whatsoever. And like the other day I was back in the house and she's like, I was listening to that podcast you with The Voice, Sean, and I have to say, like, I have to say it. And I goes, oh fuck me, what is this? She goes, see that thing we were saying about smacking women? I was like, what?
So,
right, call back to a few episodes ago where you're like, you go on holidays, you wake up, have a beer, have an hour beer, and I was like, yeah, you wake up, beat the wife, have a beer, and she's like, you can't be saying that, son.
She cancelled.
Like, oh, for fuck's sake, my old man's trying to get me cancelled. Yeah.
Oh, your old man's trying to get you.
It'd really be your own, you know. But so she's coming on Friday, and I'm just like, it's like, please don't come now.
What is it with fucking middle-aged people? Why do you not understand that everything's a joke?
It's just a bit of crack.
For God's sake.
Is Darren Matthews going to, your man's going to be there?
He does now. I know he's a big listener to the podcast there.
Is he? Oh, nice.
There was some woman front row of the Dundrum gig, and afterwards she was all, I'm friends with Darren Matthews. I'm friends with Darren Matthews. And she was like, she was Pinot Grigio, like, she was Sauvignon Blanc, but like sort of what you were saying about those people that were sort of like good audience members.
Yeah.
She was blocked and like shouting stuff out, but nice.
Yeah.
Like she was all, that's brilliant.
Is it? Oh, fuck.
She's all, that's really, really true.
Yeah.
You know, like overly agreeing with stuff and like overly enjoying herself. It was funny, like, but like if the gig had went on half an hour, she probably would have turned melt. Like,
there was a boy. Did you hear it in the Yo Magazine where someone was talking about being on antidepressants, and they were like, "Is anyone here not on antidepressants?" And you could just hear Saul at the back in the back going, "Get them out if they are." It's like.
what a guy.
Madman.
I completely misheard that. Do you know what I thought happened? I thought someone goes, someone said, I take antidepressants, and someone went, give us some.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought they said.
He went, get them out.
He said, get them out.
Yeah. And like,
that was good. Like.
Fuck. Brilliant.
It's where he goes as well. We were halfway through at the break of the show. He went, I'm going to get on stage here and slap to the audience and say I want more infectious laughter. Infectious laughter.
Bro just felt left out.
Yeah.
He wanted to get involved. Just want to do the results of Room 101 from last week?
This is just you gloating.
Well, have you seen the results?
The rumour on the street is Pete had a good week.
Had a good week. Room 101 last week. Pet peeves. Designated drivers who end up drinking 40%.
I was fucking robbed. I don't care.
Boojum nowadays 13%.
A lot of Boojum ultras.
Yeah, a lot of Boojum ultras. And the groggy feeling after a nap got 47.
Bruh.
Well deserved. I was salty, but it was well deserved. Groggy after an apple.
Biggest guilty pleasure for Room 102. Social media accounts for small football teams 15%. Meal pampering and grooming 20%. And old man dive pubs.
That was a great shout.
That's
for Pete, but I'll take that. FA Cup,
Don't
League
back
Cup,
down, double down.
Yes. So, just want to go again for this week?
And coming back hard, I was like, lick my wounds. Let's go again.
Well, you ready?
You ready to go? You want to kick us off?
Sure. This week I've gone for Room 101. We're doing again.
Room 101, Pat Peeves. You should know by now. We'll put a poll up for the viewers to vote afterwards, but we'll start with Pat Peeves.
Franco. So my pet peeve this week is, it also is kind of similar to last week's, but see when you've been waiting for a takeaway.
Well, you didn't win.
Yeah, but this time I'm don't back down, double down. It's Boojum.
My pet peeve is people who don't vote for my pet peeves.
See when you don't make me win, I get really annoyed and hit the head off the mirror. Start punching the wall. No, man, just, when you're really looking forward to a takeaway all week.
Yeah.
Because this happened to me last night. Like, we all went to Bow Tree Kitchen, the nicest restaurant in Belfast, and it just didn't hit the spot. When you've been looking forward to that takeaway all week and it's a disappointment, maybe the portion size is not.
Is it a restaurant or a takeaway?
It's a takeaway and a restaurant.
Okay.
But like, we went and sat in, but normally we can take away as well. Or say you're looking forward to that Friday night Chinese all day, and when it arrives, it doesn't hit the spot.
Right.
I'm just saying that's
yours.
Yeah,
right, okay.
When the takeaway lets you down.
When your takeaway lets you down, okay. I was going to say what's the best way to word that, but that
when
makes
your
sense.
takeaway lets you down, boy.
Takeaway lets you down.
Go ahead.
Mine is, I think this is going to be a popular one.
All ears.
Americans who claim to be Irish or Italian. You included, even though you're not American. Do you know these fucking... Oh, it's doing my head. Do you know where it comes from? It comes from TikTok. And they initially was Italian Americans, but Irish Americans are
Italian
just
Americans
as annoying.
are funny.
They're not.
Oh,
They're
wait,
fucking melt.
I'm gonna go right to the right top.
There's this guy and like he owns a pizza restaurant. He fucking live streams himself. And people come into the shop. He's like, "Hey, how you fucking doing?" You're like, "Mate, shut up!" Like,
Yeah.
The Irish ones are always
you're
rougher.
putting it on so much. Like,
there was a guy after the Yo gig kept doing that voice to me. In the smoking area, he kept going, "I don't know what it is about you, kid, but you got it. You got it, kid." And he kept going to me. He goes, "I'm gonna go down and crack a few heads with the union buses and make sure you're playing here tomorrow night."
What are you on?
That voice? One of the guys, this boy Lachlan, after the Yo gig, he's from West Belfast and just completely like smacked out. Just kept doing this like, "Hey, I don't know what it is about you, kid, but you got it." After the Yo gig.
What the fuck?
But you know what I mean? Like, it's like the stereotypes are like they weren't born in Italy or Ireland.
They were a wife
Their
beater.
man dad wasn't.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you see what I'm getting
I
at?
see what you're saying.
We're
Yeah.
a wife beater with a gold chain.
It's just cringe. Like,
I was recently. What was I talking? I was talking about someone about this recently. So it's like the equivalent of like. Do you know how here you have like a Chinese? We always talk about Chinese in this podcast,
Yeah.
but you have like the Chinese,
Pick up
right?
the Chinese community.
And then you go over there, like you come here and say like a person from China goes to Chinese here, like this isn't Chinese. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
going over to America and going to the Irish pub.
yeah.
And it's just full of non-Irish cunts. Do you know what I mean? And all this shit stereotypes what pubs aren't like. It's
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
sort of idea. They're like, oh, we're a millionth generation Irish. You're like, no,
Well,
you're
we've got a gaff in Spain, right? And there's an Irish pub just around the corner called the Clover, right? Worst Irish pub in the world,
One of
right?
us expecting you to be, it's legit.
Shite. Do you know how much of an Irish pub it is?
Yeah.
It has Rowan memorabilia on the walls.
Rowan?
Rowan, you know that typical Irish sport,
Yeah, we love to get out and row.
and it's like the Oxford and Cambridge boat race.
Oh, for
You're like,
fuck's
this is
sake.
England.
Yeah.
And like the barmaids from Venezuela and the music players like Eminem, they're going, "What the fuck's going on here?" And it's all like English stuff.
It's alright because on Sunday they'll serve fish and chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A roast dinner.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
See,
And
when
it's
you
a
were in
chain
Benny-
as well.
It's a chain?
Yeah, there's like a couple of them.
The Rovers return.
The Clover.
Clover.
Clover, like.
See in Benexine,
That's
did you
Coronation
ever...
Street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I did. I knew there's something familiar. In Benexine, did you ever go Donegal?
Go do that Coronation Street tune again. That's like the national anthem of Latvia.
Is that it?
Very, very vaguely.
Yeah, I got it. Well, I know EastEnders easily. Like, there's too many
I don't think I've
dudes.
done either.
Hardstyle remix.
That video of the Metro Brothers dancing.
Torch
What are you
Let's
going to say
go.
there?
When you were in Benexine, did you ever go into the Donegal pub?
No.
You walk in and it says the Donegal pub when you walk in and it's just fucking heavy hardstyle blasting.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what they're like up here. My pet peeve for the week is, again, I've gone for a typical tactic of mine, going niche. I'm not going for this broad shit. You know,
seems to be working for you.
I like to go niche. It doesn't work, but someone...
It does work. It's worked
twice.
Yeah.
Do you know whenever you get like that wee... What was the one? The protein yogurt.
yogurt,
That
yeah.
landed. That was a good week for me.
How did the one where it was the buy in your work?
Yeah, how did that not win? How did that not win?
But yeah, right. So my pet peeve this week is, right, you know, you get a takeaway in and you're like, fuck, I'll go on and get a Deliveroo up in
Someone's
Belfast.
takeaway,
right?
yeah,
You get a wee takeaway and you get a Deliveroo and you're like, bang, get that in. And the next thing the boy pulls up to your house and he didn't cycle. He's in a car,
right?
And you delivered it, and you're like, if I'm going to be a fat bastard here, at least want my delivery driver to get a bit of exercise in
What?
here.
Your pet peeve
My pet
is
peeve
people who deliver things in a faster mode of transport.
Deliveroo is meant for people on bikes, and then you have some cunt pull up in his like fucking Corsa and be like, "Where's your food, mate?" I'm like, "Mate, you should be pedaling here."
Surely it's mental.
It's getting your food there faster.
Nah, mate, I think if
Your pet
just go work for
peeve is
Just
something
Eat.
that comes faster and
No,
warmer.
Just go and work for Just Eat. Don't be living this. Oh, I work for Deliveroo. I cycle. You don't. You live in a throne of lies.
That is
Jesus.
mental. That is berserk.
You've lost the dressing room.
I'm telling you, user.
You've lost the dressing room, pal.
Joe, what the thing is, right?
You haven't
As
got the
well,
support of the chairman.
I have a conspiracy too. Now that I'm better and I have one in 2 weeks' time, okay?
Yeah.
I have a conspiracy that people actually who listen to the podcast vote very fairly when it comes to these things. But see, people that just follow the page and haven't watched the episode yet, they'll just go, "Oh yeah, Irish people, let's vote for that there. They pretend they're American or whatever shit you said. I don't care."
I think
But,
mine's going to be more
Pro.
you know, but if you watch the podcast and listen to my reasoning, maybe they'll vote for it.
I understand what
You
you
were
mean.
gonna say
If you
people-
haven't listened to the podcast, you'd be more likely to vote for mine.
Yes.
Because it's
Yes.
more
There are
generic.
mates who
Yes.
do that. Some of my mates will just vote. And
Okay,
they'll
I
be
play the
like,
game.
yeah.
I'm going to start.
I play the game. Maybe whoever wins.
Do you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm just going to produce clips of my 101 and 102 every week, so people know what I'm talking about.
It's our pet peeve when you dub over it with like something really, really racist.
What you said there about conspiracy theories, but you were like, I have a conspiracy theory. See, people listen to the podcast. And I thought you were going to say, they're out to get me. They're out to get me.
They
There's
haven't
something
gone away,
against
you
me.
know.
Right, so Deliveroo drivers who drive instead of cycle.
Yeah, Jesus.
Takeaways that don't hit the spot.
Yeah. And Irish Americans and Irish Italians.
Yeah, Americans who claim to be
Look,
Irish.
people who
Italian.
do not let me down this week.
Genocide, the Irish Italians.
If you watch this podcast, do not let me down.
Right,
No, we got a big mafia listen, have we?
Yeah.
Because I'm fucked.
You're going to get whacked tomorrow. Hey, this Pete Giffen guy went a bomb on his head. A bomb on his head.
Right.
Room 102.
Room 102, which is guilty pleasures of the week. Do you want me to kick off?
Go ahead, Big Son.
This is one I'm very, very passionate about. I know splits the room a wee bit. Drinking milk with your dinner.
No, I'm not a milk guy. Only because it like I'll
I
be on the
drink
toilet
pints
after.
of milk. Like a lot of people think that's disgusting to drink milk as a drink. Like
You take it with your takeaway, no?
Yeah.
Bastard.
yeah,
I can say I don't have any issue with that. Yeah, that's nice.
It's
but
fucking
the only thing I
class.
would say is a pint of milk's nice, but this is proper housing spec when you just drink it straight out of the fucking.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't
The
do
2
that.
litres.
Like,
But do you have it in a
Fantastic.
pint glass and all? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Nice.
Like see, I live on my own, and there's some stage during the week I had 4 2 litres in the fridge. Swear to God, like I drink about a litre of milk a day. Like,
See, I don't drink milk at all because it wrecks my stomach. Like, so I can't
well,
really
my
drink oat
stomach
milk.
is fucked, so that probably explains
Here's,
why. Like,
here's something you aren't going to expect at all. Kieran, tell the viewers at home what kind of milk you keep in your fridge.
Organic oat milk, guys. Because I love the environment. You know.
you know, being a fucking bad gimp.
Yeah, you know, guys, the planet's getting hotter. We need to start looking out for the society. While we sit with all the lights on.
With fucking ring lights.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Save the environment.
Save the environment, guys. You know. Well,
So
heating on full blast.
yeah, drinking milk.
Drink
No
milk,
worries.
yeah. That's your guilty pleasure. Just
Guilty
milk
pleasure.
and-
It's class.
Yeah.
A load of
Milk-
people knock it like
Milk is good. It's
green
that-
semi-skim, by the way.
You'll not get many city voters voting for that, but
Yeah, it's
everybody
big
outside
culture.
it, yeah,
City
Big culture,
definitely,
isn't it?
definitely.
Yeah.
My room 102 this week is again a wee bit niche, maybe a bit niche.
Not like it.
This one, but see when you don't Google the answer to something and just leave it a mystery.
Yeah,
I love that, right?
Yeah.
So here's the example. Me and my friend, I always had this thing in my head.
That's a good one.
Do you ever think to yourself, like, and by the way, for context, I don't smoke or do anything, so these are just normal thoughts come into my head, which is way worse.
Yeah.
But like, do you ever think of like, how do cranes get put up?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you like that sort of shit? And you're like, I could Google that and find out the answer, but I just love the mystery of not
Yeah.
knowing it.
It's nice, yeah.
But then I recently had this conversation with a mate and we were like, fuck, how do you? And we all had a big theory about it and how it went. And they said it to one of the girls we were meeting that night. And she was like, yeah, they just get like another crane and, you know,
Yeah,
that's how
yeah.
they do it. And I was like, Just
We're in the
doing all
mystery
the
of it.
But how
fucking
did that
fun,
crank get there?
That's what I mean, yeah. You know
how
what I
did
mean?
Holland and Wolf
It's
get there?
endless.
Or it's like going, what do you call it, buying that movie?
Yes.
And someone could just Google it and then that's the debate over. But the fun is going, no, it's fucking Sean.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's Ciaran because he was in that
and then it
movie.
ruins your night because you can't remember it. You're
Or
like,
like, who's
"Ah."
top goal scorer for Newcastle?
Yeah.
I love those
Would you rather
football
debate
trivia
it?
quiz. Like,
Googling it does. And I'm bad because I Google everything.
Yeah.
I'm with the person go, just Google it.
who won the League Cup in 1996?
It does
And
kill
you're
the
like,
debate a wee bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, modern times. Like, but it's like
Modern
it is. It's killing like
Sound
pub
like an
chat.
old man. The youth of today.
What? Just back in my day, you had to get the encyclopedia to see how Korean works.
Right.
Hey,
into
look
the
it
local
up. Had a
paper.
big glass of milk and looked it up. You know, big pint of milk and looked up who won the League Cup.
And I tell you what, the fucking delivery drivers came on unicycles.
Yeah.
Back then. Not even Mercedes back
They
then.
used to walk back in the
They were well fit. They showed up with a six-pack in your delivery.
Used to drag himself on the floor.
He used to go to China himself and then come back home.
He carried chip and have gravel on it.
Sorry, it's 5 years late.
Yeah,
Well.
no, I agree with that. Ciaran?
Mine is the Irish goodbye.
Oh,
God, I love an Irish goodbye.
What's an Irish goodbye?
You know, so you know when like you're not maybe particularly enjoying the night, or you've just had enough, you're full of drink, and as my granddad would say, enough's as good as a feast, and you're like, right, you know what it is? I could say goodbye to people, but they'll probably give me shit for leaving, so you just slip
Just go
away.
in incognito mode and
Yeah,
disappear.
yeah, I love
I
that.
done it these ones. Remember
Yeah,
those
in
sports
Ulster
clubs?
Sports. You were a sneaky. You went
Sneaky
back in a
Pete.
second, and I went yeah, and I just did this text me. I'm away here.
Can I say, by the way, any of my mates watching this will be fucking
Not surprised?
pissed. Was that I am the
King of it?
king
I
of
do
the
this
Irish
all the
goodbye.
time. All the time. Don't know what else it was called though.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
Irish
famous,
goodbye.
famous the Irish goodbye. So like basically the other week there, you know, sitting there having the crack with my mates, and I was like, "What is, boys?" And they were like, "We're going to go down on our bar," and I went, "Oh, nice one, enjoy," and then slip away.
I love
without being
slipping
noticed.
away.
Yeah,
Fast,
it's when you get when you arrive home and you get a text being like, "Are you away?" And I'm like, "I'm home already."
You in the smoking area?
Yeah.
Right, I'm in my fucking bath.
Yeah, I'm in bed, like,
Drinking a pint of milk.
Takeaways on the way, guys driving.
There was one time me and my mates did that, and we had all done it at the same time. You all just ghosted out. No
Yeah.
one wanted to say
You saw the Irish goodbye to
We
each
all
other.
Irish goodbye to each other. But there was 3 of us out that night. We all lived together, and on the air, obviously we were snuck out, and then we're like, obviously all of us had the same idea. And we're like, we'll get a wee cheeky McDee's on the way home. And we all walked in McDonald's,
Yeah.
and we're just like, Spider-Man, and we're all like,
Yeah, what are you doing here?
we're just pointing at each
You
other.
want me back in the pub?
He's all sat in a different corner because they want to talk to each other.
I could not believe it. All in McDonald's at Belfast City Centre, like, what the fuck are you doing here?
That's
I'll
okay.
be real embarrassed and I get real cringed out.
we're all raging at each other, and then like, this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. Like,
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Like, cause I'm guilty of it as well. Like last night, I done it, and then
yeah.
well, no, actually, I got thrown out last night, but for falling asleep.
Do you want to talk about that?
I was just sitting there, and my mate was like, and then the Lavish bunch was really nice about it. They were like, "Mate, you keep falling asleep," and then I went, "I know, lads. Here's the crack. I'm away." I was like, "I'm sorry about that." And they were like, "No, you're all right." And they were like walking me out, being like, "You have to leave." But we were really dead on. I was like, "Listen, I'm sorry, lads." And they're like, "No, don't be worrying."
I don't know why, but when you said I got kicked out of Lavery's for falling asleep, I just thought in my head the comedy club, and I'm only realising now you just meant the bar.
No, the bar, yeah.
Because I was all, do you want to talk about this? Because I was like, did he fall asleep like front row for the Colin Gallis or
Colin
something?
Gallis lifting me out. See ya.
Turn up the lobby trying to get a 5-minute spot, you fall asleep during the fucking opener.
Front row, big pint.
Back of the queue. So guilty pleasures, drinking milk,
The Irish goodbye and
not googling things in the debate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're all pretty
That's a
strong.
stellar line up there, yeah.
I think I'm bait. I don't think I'm gonna have that one.
pint of milk. Yeah, all the
Irish
vegans will be
goodbye.
I
after
know
you.
the cultures will get in there, like.
The vegans will be after you, son.
Fucking vegans.
Topics this week. Speaking of something that both of us are. What is the worst hangover you've ever had?
Today.
If you think you can think one off the top of your head, like there's always one that sticks out and everyone's head has been infamous.
Fuck. I had a pretty bad one here a couple of weeks ago.
Serious, is that up there?
Well, I wasn't really a hangover. I was just boking every 2 seconds. Like.
Oh fuck that! Yeah. I've tried for it during the podcast.
No.
Yeah.
The one where I was just boking viciously in your toilet, like.
Yeah.
We had a pizza here at like 1:30, and then every topping I seen come out of my mouth into the toilet like an hour later.
You know what? This is kind of disgusting, but also fair play. You're a really clean vomiter.
Yes, I am.
I was going to say there's no vomit stains or anything. I was
No,
like,
like,
you know what?
come
Yeah.
Nothing but net.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Not a minute. You hit the water.
I'm not a
You hit
clean
the ground
vomiter.
running.
I'm
Yeah.
a professional vomiter.
Steph Curry from the 3-point line.
Yeah, this is a man who's, you know, it wasn't your first
Swish.
rodeo.
It just goes into the water and down.
Doesn't even need, just.
You don't even need a flush. Like.
Not your first rodeo, kid. You've been around the block.
No, I book a lot, so I'm very clean.
My worst hangover, that time we went out to Ulster Sports Club together, because I haven't had bad hangovers like ever.
Yeah.
Like a bad hangover for me is everyone's good hangover, like, but that time we went out to Ulster Sports Club, I didn't drink after that for 3 weeks.
Fuck.
Actually, no, there was a time in Donegal I woke up and like Oh, it was fucking rotten. I actually had to throw up, so I'll only throw up on a night out, never the night after.
Sorry to interrupt you, but was that Ulster Sport you're talking about? Is that the one where I got the video of you dancing?
Yeah.
On the dance floor?
Yeah, it is. It's where you don't see him when you done the Ulster.
Yes.
I would love for you to slip that in.
I controlled the attitude.
I knew you would want
Yeah.
That's the night where I was
like
like,
that?
I was like, I need to go, and then just walked out the emergency exit. For your GTS back, but no, I was one time in Donegal, was staying in a friend's caravan up there, and woke up and was like, oh my god, I need a boke, and I've never been sick ever the next morning, but like wasn't actually throwing up anything, just going like and just heaving,
dry ratchet.
and then went and got like drank like 2 pints of water, and it instantly just literally came back up.
Oh fuck, that's
the
the worst
exact
feeling,
way it went down, like you could have drank it again. It was that
Did you?
pure. No.
Okay.
Mine's is in Portugal last year. You know, you weren't allowed to go on holiday for 2 years with lockdown, no?
Yeah.
So we finally went, and I just went into overdrive. Like my mate said, it wasn't like being on holiday with Kieran. It was like, because I had a snapback on backwards the whole time. Because they said I was wearing Crocs and jean shorts, and they said it was just. I'll send in a photo here of how I looked. They said I was just putting heads away the entire holiday. And then on the
So
last
being yourself
day,
then,
yeah, usual, but in overdrive. And then on the last day, basically, I just hit the wall and I couldn't do it anymore. My mates were like, oh, we're going out to watch football here and all. And I was lying in bed, like getting weepy, and like every time I tried to drink something, it would just come straight back up.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where like we had a flight the next day and you had to go and do a COVID test, and I couldn't get out of bed, and I rang my mum and was like, Mummy, this is my name in the group chat is Mummy, I think I have COVID. Because I rang my mum and I genuinely think I've got COVID here, and I'm not going to be able to come home from Portugal. I'm going to have to stay here for another couple of days. And she put me on my dad. He was like, you'll get on that fucking plane, boy. So yeah, that was the worst fucking feeling ever. Like, and I remember like being in the airport the next day, like, just keep it together.
Yeah.
Keep it together, Franco.
Airports are, without doubt, the worst place to be hungover.
I know someone that recently, a girl I used to work with, was refused onto a flight because she was so hungover.
What?
She was just constantly booking. She was like,
yeah.
then booking. They're like, we can't let you on this flight. She was just giving me like the mega bag, and I'll just keep throwing up in it. And they're
The
like,
mega bag?
Yeah. Well, then let's face it, them wee bags they actually give you like think of
Oh, they're not very big.
No,
and the
like,
material's not very strong.
one book and she's overflowing. Like so.
One book is all it takes.
The pro
Fall in
here,
love with me.
Professional
Just-
booker, Pete Giffen.
Just going around. I was like, excuse me, mate, you using that book bag there, are you? Just straight in it, like.
There was a teacher in our school called Booker.
Boker?
Boker,
His second name was Boker?
I don't know.
Booker T, no?
No, Booker McGuinness is what he was called.
We had a teacher
He
called...
used to sit there and smoke fags and tell people off for smoking fags. He'd go, don't be smoking, son. It's fucking disgrace.
Shouldn't we know that, boy? We had a teacher called Mr. Carr, and I was like, what are you into? I said, I'm teaching. He went, Carr by name, Carr by nature.
Big Alan Carr fan, wasn't it? Big chatty man fan.
He's the teacher, someone in the school was like, a careers day, he said to me, he was like, what do you want to be? And I was like, I want to be a stuntman. And then he was like, there's a stuntman centre up in Glengormley, you can go up there and you sign up, next thing you know, you'll be driving motorbikes and all. And it took me a while to realise that he was leading me on, like.
He's winding you up, like.
But someone said porn star, and he was like, what? And he goes, you'd be good at that, wouldn't
There's
you?
a porn star shop up in Limerick Valley.
Yeah. Someone goes porn star, and he goes, you'd be good at that. And he went, ask your wife.
That's a bit nancy to say to a student, you'd be good at a porn star, like.
No, wherever he is, Mr. Carr, hope he's keeping well.
I hope he's doing well. What do we like for time, Sean?
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time, are we good?
40 minutes done yet.
40 minutes
Time
done.
flies when you're having fun, boys.
Wish you.
Is there any other topics or stuff?
Will we bunch into questions then?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a few questions.
No questions, work away.
Would you like to start, Kieran?
Sure thing, bro.
No problem.
So,
We're so polite. Gentlemen.
Phil McQuillan asked, was Sean, anytime Sean wears shorts, is he not afraid of his dick gonna fall out?
Oh,
You
there's
do.
no-
The eyes are drawn to them thighs.
Yeah.
If you watch it back, Riley.
I feel like I set it up so I'm like upskirting
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
I'm like that there, man.
He said that when he watches it, he's scared that at some stage your dick's just gonna come hanging out.
I just like the viewers to just not
See
know
it
what's
all,
going to
yeah.
happen. Yeah.
By the way, that's a brilliant segue. Did any see this thing? It wasn't the Commonwealth Games.
The
was it?
runner?
The athletics happened.
What, his dick came out?
Yeah. He had to like keep pulling his trousers over, and he ended up losing the race.
Was he hung like a horse?
And
or-
he was winning. Like, you couldn't really see it. Like, he was and I zoomed up. Like, and it was like some Italian running.
Enhance.
But like, he was winning the race, and like he decided to just
Get his dick out?
no, to like just stop to try hold it in. Like,
And he like whipped it out. Yo!
tried to get it over the line before anyone else's head. He won that head. Oh, funny
Safety
time.
first, wear your purple helmet.
That is actually why I wore the tracksuit
shorts?
bottoms today. No, the tracksuit bottoms today. I was like, Sean, you're getting a bit raunchy here. Like, save that from a launch of Patreon or something like that. Just can't be dishing that out for free.
Pay for the Patreon, Sean, get a sticker.
Get the whopper out.
Absolutely.
Get the chopper out.
What would you do in that situation if you're like, if you were one of them athletes and you're running, the next thing starts to unravel, shall we say?
I am a medium-sized gentleman, so hopefully I'll never be in one of those situations. But
I don't think my penis has ever unraveled.
That's a
yeah.
It's fairly raveled.
Classic.
It's fairly raveled.
Yeah, fairly well. Classic 442 penis, me. You know, it does the show.
Brexit dick.
Yeah, yeah.
John Joe Shelby.
Yeah. Now I'm flashy.
Absolute darn Fletcher cup.
Yeah. Tom Cleverly dick. My dick.
He's all
football
thinking
team will be Bolton Wanderers.
Bolton Wanderers. Oh fuck. I'm trying to get dick fucking puns for football teams.
Virgil van Dijk.
Virgil van Dijk. He made a dick of himself fucking yesterday.
Dick Advocate.
Who's Dick Advocate?
He used to manage Sunderland.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Question from podcast favourite, because I need to segue from that.
Yeah.
Our good friend Talal.
One of the boys.
I love this one. What would your WWE or darts walkout tune be?
Oh.
Well, he said what would your walkout tune be, and I added in WWE or darts because that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe does he mean walkout tune for a gig?
Yeah, gig.
For a gig.
Ryan's
You know the way we all do that thing, stand-up comedy sometimes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know that there? Maybe I'll see
I interpret it as WWE, which shows you where my brain is. I'm still like a 9-year-old.
If I'm going to go and wrestle the Undertaker, what am I going to walk out?
Do you know why I thought that? Because I already have had it picked out for years.
Is it?
Baby WWE.
You're going to be revealing it. Well, this Friday you'll have a walkout tune as well. Is this going to be the same one?
No. If I was a wrestler, it would be Miss Murder by AFI. It's good old fucking naughty's emo song, like fucking big old rock tune, like.
Well, if I was a wrestler, I'd definitely perform in a cowboy hat. So I'd walk out the Rhinestone Cowboy. I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me.
That sounds like a Rangers song.
Like a Rhinestone Cowboy.
The murder name you dropped at the start, I think, would work better.
The Jesmond Strangler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jesmond's
Yes.
Jesmond's a real like upper class area of Newcastle as well. So it was like, like when a rich white person disappears, the media all cares.
Yeah.
I can see that next year's SummerSlam, Logan Paul versus the Jesmond Strangler.
Let's do it, boys. Let's make it
Did I
happen.
see Logan Paul in the wrestling?
Fucking
Is he good?
class.
Lethal.
Yeah.
Is he a heel?
A what?
A heel, like a villain in wrestling?
Oh, I don't know.
He
Watch
came
it,
out
just
and
in the
everyone
highlights.
was booing him, and then it was like
At the end, they're all
they
going
actually
nuts.
they're like, "Fuck, this boy's actually lethal."
He
like.
was
He's
class. Like,
It's like
I have
frog
a soft
splashing off the
spot
top
for
rope and all on the tables. Madman.
I like Jake Paul as well because he's just such a heel. Like he is like such a villain. He's so good
he's
at
a
it.
walker
Yeah.
though. Like,
I've seen they're rumored to do is it Logan Paul versus Andrew Tate. Take my money. Just take it
Yeah.
all. Like that's I love shit like that. All them shitty fights, but walkout song. I feel like, see, for darts particularly, there only is like 100 songs to walk out to. Do you know, it's like all the same shit. Like,
yeah.
it's like obviously what's that one, Chasing the Sun and all. It's like like you can only pick about 100 songs. Walkout song. Well, this Friday you're going to see the walkout song, I suppose.
Yeah.
Have you picked yours?
I've got
Come on,
mine
let's
picked.
reveal what we're walking out to on Friday for the Sunflower.
I think I'll be walking out
Speak
to. You won't believe this, a bit of Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow, not bad.
Very un-white straight man of me,
I'm
like,
looking
you know.
forward to it. Are you rocking the Jordans?
Of course,
Nice.
of course.
What about the shorts?
Your dick comes out.
Yeah, just
Whoa! Here, what about this one here? Any students in?
why is it black? Just
Any A level and above age students for legal
Any
reasons?
GCSE students?
Any 11 plus ones? Too far.
Any kids in?
What's yours?
Hurricane Laughter by Fontaine's DC.
Right, okay. You fucking hipster. Mine is Fucking in the Bushes by Oasis,
You fucking mainstream bastard.
which is what Oasis and Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher come out to. It's
you
like an
gonna-
instrumental. Like,
You know,
what,
walk up like this.
I'm gonna throw this out to the. I'm gonna throw this out to the listeners. Actually, I haven't committed to a song yet. I think I'm Jack Harlow, but if anyone wants to send me any requests, I might actually.
Penny Arcade.
I'm not taking any from you. No,
Right.
not taking from you. We'll also walk out to Fontaine's fucking DC or whatever the hell you call them.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone wants to send me a few songs over, yeah, more than welcome. to listen.
and like, try and think of funny ones. That's Soils.
Yeah.
Sean, get him coming out on those brands.
I'll come out to some shit. I don't care. Just run on stage, wave and move back off again.
Come out like fucking
Up the rat.
Tyson Fury on the throne. Crazy, crazy. Just make Fury lift the head on the throne.
What's the one Conor McGregor comes out to? It's so cheesy. It's that fucking Irish one.
Oh,
I was going to say Grace, but it's not Grace.
It's no,
it's some woman saying it, and it makes me cringe like fuck.
That's another thing and this might be a bit contentious. This is one I could have put into like pet peeves. See people coming out to fucking Grace and come out the black and
Bar State Republicans,
It's so
Did you watch
boring
the
and cringe. Now it's been done to death. Like,
did you watch the boxing last night? No.
No.
Like Colin was on. No.
Oh, did he win or what? Go.
He won, but like it was the most unentertaining fight of all time. But
Really?
he won. It was great. He's back one. But every single walkout was just that.
Yeah.
With Bar State
name it.
Republicans, like.
Oh, was it not the fella? No.
Yeah, it was the SSC. So it's part of the field, I think.
I know. I feel a bit bad saying that and all, but like it does crow me out a wee bit. Like,
Yeah, it's like people. It's kind of like the mainstream version of boxers walking out to like the Rocky theme tune. Do you know what I mean?
it's just I
Same
don't know.
as the Irish people here. Yeah.
Or thingy over walks out the Everton theme song.
Who?
Tony Bellew walks out the Everton.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Z cars.
Yeah.
That's class. Like,
Right, I got there.
You wanna go?
Yeah, Ro Boyle asked.
good man.
From Strabane, the King of Strabane asked, has doing stand-up comedy got you more attention from male or females?
From male or females.
Yeah, Ro doesn't discriminate.
No, it doesn't discriminate. No, not really. Well, I've started going with someone since I started doing it, but if I, like, no,
I've
not
had some
really.
weird DMs, like, but that's it.
No, I haven't had any DMs, anything like that. No.
Well, fuck me, I've been in a relationship for 6 years, but I actually haven't noticed anything like just from the scene in general. Like, it's not like people are throwing their bras at you.
Yeah.
Fucking, like,
See, when
it's
I
not
do
very
5
rock and
minutes at
roll.
the pub, they're ripping the clothes off me. I'm trying to come off stage.
I'm pretty sure we've all had an open micer at some stage, like that's really brand. You've been like, do you get many women from this? Like,
Yeah.
like we've all had that. And you're just like, if that's what you're getting into this for, you're gonna be bitterly disappointed.
I had one. Remember the last drop that we all done together?
Yeah.
Remember we were sitting in that wee booth?
Are these wee dolls?
Yeah, the owl doll, and then our daughter, who was about 40 odd, was she not trying to get
Yes,
stuck in this?
yeah.
Because she said to me and all, and I was like, no, my girl's there in the corner and all. Like, she was trying to get it because she said something to you as well.
She did.
wasn't
I
it?
can't remember what she said to me as well, but it was something along them same lines. I typically get like Maz coming up to me afterwards.
You're
Maz,
the housewife's favourite.
the housewife's favourite. Shout out Leanne McCurry for that tagline. But no,
Louise Franco.
That's that's what I get.
For fuck's sake. I remember getting like one message and it was like, I'm at the bar, enjoyed your set. So I went over and she bought me a couple of pints, and then my IBS, yeah, real chompy, mate. But my IBS kicked up, and then she texted me like, "Where'd you go?" And I went, my IBS is kicked in.
Goodbye.
Yeah, see you later. Yeah. And then she matched her on Tinder recently, and she texted me going, "Kieran, comedian with IBS, how you doing?" And I was like, unmatched.
Great.
And not being known as the guy who shits all the time.
But you just said it in the podcast.
Yeah, well, yeah, for all our listeners.
For all two of them.
Yeah.
Tell Alan Roboy.
Courtney Watson. I think that's a good one. When you were growing up, did you have a chimney for Santa Claus to come down? If not, what did your parents tell you how Santa got into the house?
Magic. That's what Daddy said. That's what Dad said. Apparently, you just Santa would like teleport into the living room. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Like, because I didn't know he had any of them powers. He's not in the films.
It's mad, like.
Yeah. And then, either that there, or my dad said he would knock on the door and my dad would let him in. So my dad, me and Santa are good mates.
He has a spare key, so
Yeah.
keep it under the map.
Santa answers the door and he's like, "Well, what's crack?" But like, it's some of I tried writing a joke about it and it kind of landed, kind of didn't. Where it was like some of my wee cousins who maybe be not as well off, maybe like as my. It's not. No, I'm trying to as other cousins. Not me.
Sitting over here.
Not me. I'm saying like other family members. Say there's family members who are rich and there's family members who aren't rich.
There's no sushi in my stocking.
I'm trying to like when it's like they'd be really well behaved and they would get like 1 or 2 presents and then you get like the cousins who are
I'm
wee
trying to
bastards.
rationalise that to
And
the
then
kids.
they've got loads and loads of stuff.
What you're trying to say is there's cousins that get very spoiled and there's cousins that don't get very spoiled. Yes.
But instead I made myself look like a Rishi Sunak there.
Yeah, like the working class members of my family.
The dirty bastards.
What did you just leave out for Santa Claus?
You'd be fucking all over this boy. Big pint of milk.
Yes, lad.
Milk. It was
I
always.
break into people's houses on Christmas Eve, just tan all the milk.
When you look back at it, like my dad was a big fucking Curse Light drinker, but it would always be milk, cookies, and a crate of Curse Light. Just like, Dad, you crafty bastard. Like,
Why is Daddy always got a hangover on Christmas Day?
I remember like I was trying to show my brother this trick. You know, you roll up a tea towel and you go whoosh, like that there.
Yeah.
And I went, "Here, watch this here," and it hit him in the eye. And I went, "Know what it is? Fuck you, fuck Christmas," and ran into the room. And his present for me, he'd wrapped up. And he kicked it, and I thought it was like an Xbox or something because it was a big box. And I could just hear, psh, and it was all Coors Light bottles. And I was like, "Oh, thank fuck! I thought he kicked the brand new Xbox." Like,
why would your brother have bought you an Xbox?
it looked like an Xbox box, so it was like, "Oh, maybe he's going all out."
He's about fucking 17. How vintage is your family that you ban each other Xbox?
I just assumed you would be pushing the boat out this year or something. Because he bought me a pen one year with my name on it, and I was like, No, it was a pen with my name and the best brother, and I was like, what the fuck am I meant to do with this?
That is shite.
Yeah.
So you're saying you whipped him in the eye and hit him, and he ran in and knocked over your crate of beers. How many years between you and your brother?
3.
3. So you were drinking age at this time, and he ran in and kicked over you.
How did he buy them?
He must have got my mad by them or something. And then one year he got me a bottle of Cap Morgan's. You know what he did get me this year? And it was a fucking very good present.
What did he get you?
You know that Guinness thing that you put on top of the new cans, the nitro search? That's the best present I've got in years. Like,
don't talk to me about fucking Guinness.
See, whenever you get the dome and all going in the class, you just tap it upside.
See, watching football in the house, like drinking pints in the house, but you can't beat it.
You take out the middleman, you do it all yourself. Yeah. You can't go wrong. But Santa Claus in my house, I can't remember. I think we just had down the chimney. He does. Yeah, he does. He does. He wasn't fucking leaving Xboxes that much.
Yeah. PSPs in 2014.
Yeah.
2014.
I got a Game Boy last year.
3DS.
Game Boys are class. I love a Game Boy.
Not knocking it. Yeah.
I might bring mine on holiday with my 3DS on holiday with me and play a bit of Pokemon or something by the pool.
I've got a Switch.
Switch?
Yeah,
nice. Bro. Jordan brought his Switch to the green room in Daly's.
The most Jordan Robinson thing ever.
It looks like such crack. It's like when you're waiting to go on, I'm like, and I turn around, Jordan's playing FIFA. Doing career mode with Inter Milan. I was like, fuck.
That's it. Have you any more questions? I've got a few.
Yeah, superpower. If you could have any superpower. Lorcan Rooney asked.
I said this the other day on Twitter. Teleport.
Teleport?
It's just teleport. It is.
Shapeshift.
You want to be in America?
Just go, yeah.
That's it. Flights. Time me getting stuck in traffic coming here today. Teleport.
I'd like shapeshift into people I don't like and then just go out and have them cancelled. Like shapeshift into like.
Do you want to give any examples?
Well, like one of them TikTok boys, like, yo, guess what? It's shapeshift into him and walk into a real public place and start saying discriminatory stuff and then get them cancelled.
That's what they do.
I feel like that'll naturally catch up with him. Give it a year.
Yeah, it'll
just give it a few weeks.
Yeah. It's about to catch them.
Yeah. Did you ever have a Beyblade arena? That's from Oren Quinn.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Oren Quinn, by the way. He's the person who came up with the name of this podcast. Big fan. Big fan. He supports us quite a lot.
You're not getting royalties, but
no, is he fuck? Yeah. He doesn't need royalties. Bastard.
Yeah, but I was always really bad at Beyblade. I could never let them rip. And then you know what I mean? Like
that sounded like it was a joke, didn't it? It sounded like he was doing a pun, but he was being serious.
What do you mean you couldn't let them rip? You just had to go.
Yeah, but I never pulled it off enough force, so I was always getting beaten. It was fucking deadly, like
Beyblades were sick, like.
I fucking love Beyblades. I remember there was one time we were like, so do you remember there was like someone had like the wee arenas and stuff like that, you put them in, but we were one time, I think it was like primary 4 or something like that, we were out in like the wee cloakroom and like letting them rip, but one of them picked up like a bit of dirt or like a string or something like that and started spinning, but this white thing started coming out of it, and I was like, it's evolving into
oh fuck, that's class.
It's pure magic. So it was, never forgot the day.
See, when you do say let them rip, we were in the cloakroom just letting them rip. It's just like we were just farting away in the cloakroom.
Such childish. Do you think it's nuts that there was a TV program for Beyblades?
Well, there's one for Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon.
It was the storylines there.
It was to promote the marketing, like.
Beyblades are just glorified spinners from like the 1900s. You just go
spinning tops, like that's what they are.
Yeah. That's all they were. But Joe, that's one thing I miss. You know, like back in the day, you didn't get Beyblades, but do you remember you used to get like toys and cereal?
Yeah.
Like you get them things that like pop or something like that, and you throw them on the ground, they like fly off, and like all that there, or like a cool straw with like your
Cocoa Pop. You used to be able to get horrible history books.
Yes.
Remember Oids?
Yeah, you get books.
Horrible history books.
Yeah.
They were sick.
They used to do lightsabers as well when Revenge of the Sith was coming out.
Lightsabers?
Yeah, wee tiny. Do you remember them?
Oh,
yeah, they were lethal.
Because I remember, do you remember in school you had to like, for some reason you'd have to wrap some of your books in like cardboard? Did you ever do that?
Yeah.
But like someone would get like, probably the likes of you would get like the Star Wars Special Edition Cocoa Pops or something like that. Yeah. Their book would look lethal.
Oh, no, my mum always wrapped it for me, so she would use like wallpaper and stuff.
People would, do you know what's the real purr one? The brown paper.
The
brown paper.
Spot the chomp.
Grease poof paper.
It's like something that like they would wrap up meat during World War II for your rations. That's what you're doing in numerous.
I swear to fuck, there was a guy in my class that had his in tinfoil.
What the fuck?
Just to check out his fucking hair. Using it as a wee mirror. What else have we got here?
We have seat questions. Someone just asked what our boojum order is, which is chicken. Fucking
boojum is I'm sorry, boojum is just sugar stop, like
boojum's getting some slack on this podcast.
We're never going to get sponsored.
It's just chicken and rice.
Someone asked what our like main goal with stand up is. Like obviously we want to go full time, but do we have a goal by the end of the year? I know you've got one with how many gigs you want to do.
Well, my original goal was to do 50 gigs in a year, but I'm definitely hitting that. I'm going to hit that by September.
Yeah.
So I've changed it because I started like basically at the start of the year, halfway through December. So I've updated it. Now I'm going to try to do 70.
Mine was to play the Empire Laveries by the year, so I'm doing the Empire on Tuesday. So, but then hopefully by next year, Well, I think the idea is like we all talked about last year, like full time at some stage, like it's your full time job.
Yeah,
that's the dream.
I'm 26, and by 30, I would like to be. Now, if I'm not doing it full time, at least
semi-professional.
See that I'm close to it, or that I'm near there.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny. I think we should do one week on the podcast, like sort of reflection, because you kind of forget how mental it is, what you're doing. Do you know, like sometimes you come away and like you have a bad gig and you might get like one laugh or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you have shit gigs, but at the same time you're like, that's fucking mental, you even got that. Do you know what I mean? That's actually quite mad. Like you're saying there, you had the aims of doing like Lavery's or the Empire or whatever, and like doing that just seems like I actually don't think like this weekend, see doing the
it's normalised now, isn't it?
The co-show, it's like I'm definitely going to really celebrate that, because I feel like up until this point I haven't really celebrated a lot of the wins, if you know what I mean.
I can't wait for Friday to get a big party after the show. Like,
are you gigging on Saturday?
Yeah.
Because I was asked to do that gig.
What's on Saturday?
Stoneface.
Yeah.
It's only 10 minutes. I'm really looking forward to it. Like,
Fraser asked me to do it today, and I was all, nah, because I'm going to be damn.
And
he goes, make sure that Ciaran boy isn't.
No, I'll be grand. I'm really looking forward to it. It's my granddad's 80th as well, so, you know what I mean? Family first. Blood picker and water kid.
What does that got to do with doing Stoneface?
Because then I can't be hungover for that either. So I'll take a couple of days or like I'll be grand. I'm really looking forward to Stoneface.
Fair play.
Fraser, don't kick me off the lineup.
I said no, because I was down to do October and I was like, no, I'm not changing to September because I'm gonna be too hanging. Like,
what was I say? Speaking of like pinch yourself moments, it's quite funny. We were in Liquor XX yesterday, and one of my mates went to take a shit. And he said he was in the
and if you don't pinch yourself at that strong, when will you pinch yourself?
Just from you think.
Just to bring you back to reality, he went, but he said he was taking a shit, closed his cubicle door, and then he just goes, "What the fuck? There's Ciaran on the cubicle door." So when he was taking a shit, it was a poster for a gig that I'm doing tonight in Filthies of just me looking down. He said he was trying to poo, and it was just me going. So it's like he had to move cubicle. I moved to the one with Sean Haggerty. It's easier to shit.
I'd rather Sean Haggerty watch me shit than you.
He goes, yeah, than your creepy face, like.
Have you any more questions? We're finished on this one. I
have nothing.
I think we wrapped it.
So this is a good one. My sister actually sent this in. It's sort of similar to that one, only it was, do you have a bucket list? And if so, what's the strangest, most unusual thing on it? So I would take this as not comedy related.
Yeah.
So a bucket list sort of in general, like any weird sort of things that you would want to do in your life. Like you've got your stereotypical skydives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Have any's done anything like that, or?
Well, I suppose it was one of my things was to do comedy in America. I don't know, done the open mic thing, but that's well, maybe live in like a foreign country again for ages. Like I love to like live in New York for a year or something like that, or like Armagh-Camden or LA, something like that. There would be insane. And then apart from that, there as well, get my driver's license.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
That's good. Bucket list stuff. I think the end of my bucket list is just go live somewhere with no phones, no nothing. Just go live in the fucking sticks out in somewhere mental, like just live a wee.
So you're moving 10 minutes up the road from your house.
Yeah, pretty much. No, go like back out to like Southeast Asia or something and just go live in like the most rural fucking place and have fuck all.
Put me down for that as well. I'd love to go to Asia. Never been to Asia.
Yeah, like it's kind of sort of weird, but I've always wanted and loved the idea of having a podcast. So I actually think this is genuinely one of the bucket list things, because I mean I've been listening to podcasts like honestly since I was about 12, like 14 years. Like I used to listen to like all the original like Ricky Gervais ones. It's something I've like always been obsessed with. Not to be like, oh, I used to listen to podcasts before they were cool, but I've always liked the idea of having one and been involved with. So this was actually probably would be one of my.
It's quite a heartfelt podcast, guys.
Yeah,
it's funny
and comedy as well. Like
when people ask these questions, though, you can only say so much because there's things in the back of your head like I'd love to be able to do that, but if you say it out loud at this time, you look like an absolute maniac. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, I don't
some of these
so.
like big goals and stuff like that people have.
I think it's important to have the big ones, even if you don't reach them.
True.
You'll land below it, which will still be an achievement.
Well, that's kind of what we're saying. Like when you look back, like fuck.
Aim for the moon, and if you miss, you might land in the stars.
Is that a Pitbull line?
Is that you said that because I'm bald?
Is that Mr. Worldwide?
Mr. Worldwide. It was reach for the stars. If you might fall, you'll still be on top of the world.
It is a genuine quote, like, but maybe he's just stole it as well.
We're all in the gutter, but some of us are looking in the stars.
That's it.
It's Oscar Wilde also said everything in life is about sex. Apart from sex itself, it's about power. There's another wee line for you.
Well, on that bombshell.
Joe, I hate fucking quotes.
I love a quote.
Yeah, I love especially I love quoting quotes to people as well. They seem intelligent.
Have you ever seen what my Twitter bio is? Not my Twitter bio, my Twitter cover.
What is that?
No, wait.
Pillows on top. What does that mean? Pillows on top.
Oh, beds made, pillows on top.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Do you know who actually said that? It was like it basically means like if you're going to do anything in life, wake up, make your bed. It means you've achieved at least one thing before the day starts. Like, I quite like it. Like I used to tweet it every Monday, like and then I stopped doing it because I stopped making my bed.
She's just like, I mean, she stayed in my room like.
Definitely whenever your roommate daddy shouted, you do it every week. You're like, alright, bed's made, put on top. Yeah. Alex, you're like, don't have to go in there today. Don't have to go checking them today.
Yeah.
I showered my parents yesterday and they were like, my mum texted me like, do you have your own fucking place? What are you doing showering in our house?
You have moved out, but then just ended up being your mum and dad more than you are here. Like,
I was going out, so I ran around to their gaff and showered, and my mum was like, "What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?"
Their shower's nicer.
What the fuck? It's you have not moved out, like
I have moved out, but like they've got a much sort of nicer shower, like, you know, a lot more pressure on it. You feel cleaner after. It's electric.
You give me pressure on my cranium listening to it every fucking Sunday.
Can I share what I learned about you the other day? Your friends were telling me.
Yeah, go ahead.
So. Do you know the house we're sitting in at the minute? Wi-Fi is currently restricted.
Right.
So there's certain sites and certain things you can't access.
Right.
So like for talk's sake, the other day I went on whenever we were recording here.
How did you find out?
I was trying to find a fucking article someone sent us.
Yeah, dirty dog.
I'm gonna call a spade here. Kieran's friend were telling me they're all trying to watch porn here one day and couldn't get on the website, and he found out his website is internet blocked.
Why? Has your mum and dad blocked your Wi-Fi?
No, you just have to ring up Virgin Media and say, like, listen, can I get on? and unblock it. But I rang, and the guy was from Newcastle. Went, "Oh, hey, man, you looking something unblocked?" Like, and I went, "Nope." Just put the phone down. I'm not having that conversation. So it's probably healthier for you anyway.
Means we can't do that segment. We always want to do. We just react to fucking the strangest porn, you know. You remember we talked about that last week? Yeah.
It was your idea, Pete.
No, it's so better. So better.
Yeah, it's healthier for you. You know, no gambling sites, no nam. You know.
Yeah, probably it is a good thing. Mind, body, and soul. What do we like for time?
That's us nice.
Should we do?
Let's finish up on that.
Yeah. Well, this week is Speakeasy. Still some limited tickets left for the Sunday, guys.
Yeah.
And it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Going to be filmed as well. Really looking forward to it. Please buy the last few tickets. Great night. Big piss up after.
One thing I will actually say as well, because I have some mates coming to the Friday and some coming to the Sunday. Say if something happens, you can't go to the Friday, but you still want to come. I've had a few mates who've been able to swap.
Yes,
and it's still working out. So the first one's sold out, but we still want to get as many bums on site. So if something happens, you can't go to the Friday, you want to go to the Sunday, or vice versa. Message to one of us. We'll get something sorted, but there's still some left for this. Still some.
There's some left. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a small handful running like our low ticket one at the minute, which means we're probably going to sell out, so get them. There'll be nothing on the door on the night, I don't think.
It's limited to 50. Yeah. They've only got like a license for 50. Like so, once it hits that, the doors are closed.
Yeah,
the doors are closed.
Lock the doors. No one's getting out.
Yeah,
and you'll see us all there. It'll be very nice, fucking good evening. Like we're not going to just appear out of nowhere. We'll be there. You'll see us all beforehand. Come chat to us, say hello. We'll fucking can't wait for all that crack, and then everyone out in the lash afterwards.
Hard to beat.
Also, as well, before the next episode comes out, I'll probably not get a chance to say this. I'm doing the Empire on Tuesday, the 16th, which will probably be the time the next episode will come out. So if anyone wants to come to that there and support me, Andrew Ryan is headlining, I think.
Is it? Nice.
Lethal. Big name.
I'm doing the Empire on Tuesday as well. This Tuesday.
This one?
Yeah, this Tuesday. I'm doing it with William Thompson, Johnny Bowe, and Teresa Livingston. So I'm buzzing for that.
Good stuff.
And I'm doing the Empire. To be continued.
And on that note,
guys, see you all. Everyone's going to be there on Friday and Sunday. You're going to have an absolute blast. So really looking forward to it. And yes, see you all then.
Catch you on the flip side.
See you then.